We good. We good.
Shalom, shalom. Shalom. All right, shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakudas.
And double honors unto the apostles and elders of great millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as all you believers out there who believe in the gospel. And there's a couple brothers from the great millstone Houston church. Off campus. But again, we out here to prophesy against the downfall of America, Babylon the Great. And also part of our message is to tell the Israelites who they really are. Because, man, for years, we've been being called different proverbs, bywords, but now we're coming back to who we are, which the Israelites today are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know? But that's part of our message too, calling our people back by way of the word of the Lord to their power, the Heavenly Father Yahweh and our Lord Yahweh Shai, which today Jesus. You see?
Right.
But that's the times we're in, like it said in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. It's a time and season for everything. And we're in the season that the Lord promises is being fulfilled at a rapid rate. You know? And when you look around, they got the Christmas lights. It ain't the season for that. Really, even when you looked at Christmas yesterday, nobody was in the spirit.
Right.
You know, the Christmas Eve, nobody was in the spirit. And I'm sure the views, you know how every Christmas they play the Christmas story on TNT or some shit. You know, with little Ralphie.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure it was all time low. Because nobody in tune no more, man. That mirth, love is gone. And then we coming into a time of war. And let's get that real quick. Ecclesiastes 3, and then we'll hop into that Joel 3.
Hey, like you said, hey, if you were out yesterday, bro, anywhere, it's no way you could tell me that you felt that anybody around you that you saw felt that so-called Christmas spirit, man. That shit is done. I mean, the only thing that you heard when you heard the word Christmas was Christmas complaining, Christmas struggling to make ends meet, Christmas, do I pay the light bill or do I get these gifts? Christmas, I don't know how we gonna do it this year. It was all about complaints. Wasn't nothing jovial. Wasn't nobody, yeah, Merry Christmas, all right, yeah, all that bullshit. Because like the brother said, the mirth is gone, man. All that game playing and the good times and all that, that's out of here. Nobody was jovial yesterday, man. I mean, anywhere I went, I just looked at people, just studying people, just looking at people were like, fuck, man, it's like a regular Monday gotta go to work atmosphere, man. You know? But yeah, I just wanted to say that. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just to add with that, I didn't really get out much, but just in my neighborhood, it don't even look, it just look like a regular ass day, man.
Right.
Like on Christmas, you usually see trash cans full of wrapping paper and shit. You see people carrying gifts to or from cars in the street. I didn't see none of that.
Kids on bikes and skateboards and toys.
New toys. It was none of that.
Nothing.
It was none of that. It's a car trying to keep a little something going. They shot fireworks, but that was it. Other than that, just looking out and about, it just looked like a regular day. We talked about that with Thanksgiving. Christmas was worse than Thanksgiving.
Con.
But yeah, it was. Yeah, the spirit is totally drained, and Kal Halal.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's right.
Right. The truth did that. Right. See?
Con.
Brothers, when niggas think what we doing ain't, we ain't doing nothing because we ain't banging on the beast because we ain't doing this, that, and the third. We ain't packing guns. We packing heat.
Right.
This is heat. And it's totally destroying the entire spirit. Right? That we can left in the spirit of this world. So yeah, man, Kal Halal Yahweh.
God.
I got a cooking for you. So it is heat. Hey, funny. He said Thanksgiving was okay, but Christmas was worse because that Thanksgiving hurt him. Hey, they'll find
That's
the
right.
turkeys and the yams and the hams with the pineapple on top. It hurt you, so you couldn't even celebrate Christmas like you wanted to. And look, New Year's coming, so it's about to hit him a third time. Everybody's struggling, man. But look, it's beautiful to us because the worse it get in this world, the closer we get to our kingdom.
That's right.
But real quick, let's bring this out to show, hey, this word is fire. So what we doing is changing the world, literally, man. Yahweh Shai said, when this gospel of the kingdom is preached in all the world, for a witness unto all nations, this show they ain't come. You gotta know, right?
This is Jeremiah 23 and 29. Is not my word like as fire? So like Jeremiah 23 and 29. Is not my word like as a fire? Says the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces.
Yeah. So that's just the back, wanted to get that to back up the other times of pop. When he said we spit fire, right? The Lord word is like fire. Remember, Hebrews 4 and 12. Yeah. When you hear this, it may mess with your mind. You can be having a good day. Once you hear this, New Orleans, like when the came back, you know it's like right there on Canal, so it got the trolleys that's hooked up to the Skynet and shit.
Right.
Not Skynet, but it got the trolleys and it be a group of people just waiting right there. But when those Edomites be in their judgment, but they just be like, damn, like you can sit in their eyes, huh? So you can be having a good day in tourists, but then you hear this, your whole mood be messed up. Then you even go home and still think about it. It's gonna be on your mind because you thinking like, well, damn, what they said, it is happening. And what they said was gonna come sound like it's gonna come.
Yeah,
well, go ahead.
No, just real quick, like when somebody play a song, whether you like it or not, then that shit is stuck in your head all day long. But this is 10 times more powerful than that, man. Because when this gets stuck in your head, it ain't just stuck in your head, it's affecting your spirit, man. And if your spirit ain't jiving with this, it's gonna drive you crazy, man. It's gonna piss you off. It's gonna make you uptight for the rest of the day, or as long as it's in your mind, man. You know? And that's a beautiful thing to us. It just is what it is. And if you can't deal with it, well, the hell with you. Right. Simple as that. We don't care about your feelings. But yeah, you got it out.
We'll be laughing at them because you can play. We say, yeah, man, we'll get destroyed. They think like, well, shit, you here too. What's so funny? But they don't understand what we do.
Right.
You know, so even that messes them up. Like, so why y'all so excited about this? Man, but you got it real quick. I just feel like
Hebrews 4 and 12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
Man, that said a whole lot. But even that's why they said a double-edged sword. Yeah, when people hear it, they get hurt by it. But look, that's how we been refined. Things we hear out the scriptures, rebukes that come from brothers, we cut up too. Remember, we got to trim off that old man. That's what the other side of the blade for even ourselves, man. That's how powerful this word is. We changed our life because of this word cut us up so bad. We fear the judgment that's coming. But also when we push out the gospel, we're fearing to these people for the judgment that's coming, man. You see? But let's go to that. As we were saying, the same mirth, right? That happiness, everything is good. So what's the next step? Judgment gotta come, man. All hell go break through.
Proverbs 1 and 26. I also will laugh at your calamity.
There it is.
I will mock when your fear comes. So laughing at his calamity, hey, we're gonna be laughing. They asked him where we gonna be at. We're gonna be laughing from the skybox, as I like to call it. Y'all like to call him Yahweh Shemel Shah Sky Daddy. We're gonna be laughing from the sky. We're gonna watch the missiles burn you up with that fervent heat.
So it say he's gonna laugh if your fear comes.
Oh, I will mock when your
fear
comes. That fear is going to come during Jacob's trouble. Hey, ultimately, it's starting right now. As you can see people with them frowns on their faces. Hey, we're going to be smiling that day because the servant shall eat and drink. And we're going to be joyous, as it says in Isaiah 65 and 13.
That's a promise. That's a guarantee. When your fear comes, that's a guarantee, bro. Because it's going to come, whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, whether you understand it or not, whether you care or not. Your fear is coming. And when it do come, you're going to be like, God damn, they was right. But it's going to be too late then. That's when the laughter is going to come. Hence the phrase, he who laughs last, laughs the loudest. Y'all laughing right now, but you won't be laughing in that day. But Lord will, if we be some of those men, we going to be laughing. So we will get the last laugh and laugh the loudest with the Most High. You got it out.
One more, right?
Psalm chapter 2, verse 4. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua shall have them in derision.
Right. So Mosiah's gonna be laughing because people out here on the earth are proud. They speak in proud things. So that's why like the Mosiah made mockery in Isaiah the 47th chapter. Stand now with thine enchantments, that the Mosiah's gonna be laughing. Oh, I thought you was bad. I thought you had power. What happened? Oh, I thought I wasn't a God no more. What happened? Like Pharaoh left. So he's gonna put you in straight. You get caught up, and the Most High gonna be like, look, I thought you. Just like they mocked the Lord, the Most High and the Lord gonna be mocked.
And like the elder going into, that's going into the elites, mainly Esau, Edom. But hey, the Lord, actually, the elder going into the Lord and his people have the last laugh.
Yeah, Edom first and foremost, but you two-thirds, yeah. Y'all gonna be laughing at y'all certain.
That's why they come a little closer. It's a little. No, just come a little closer when you speak up.
Everybody like
Kind. Huh?
Is it good when you speak it?
Yeah, when y'all right here, but y'all over there, it's a little low.
Okay. All right. But yeah, this brother been over there so go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1. Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So now is the time, because the day of the Lord is coming. This is what we prophesying to y'all. That the day of the Lord is coming. World War III is coming. The MOTV is coming. There's a famine coming.
That's
the famine
right.
of the word. Nuclear destruction is coming. Concentration camps. All these things are on the way. But, hey, remember now the mercy that the Lord has given us in the foretimes. And seek that the Lord will be willing to have mercy on us in these times coming.
I think Habakkuk said it. They ruled, but they said, Lord, when you go in your route, remember mercy. That's what we do. But when the Lord really brings judgment on this world, he remembers us and spare us, man.
God.
And I got another precept. This in between this. This is Sirach 11 and 25. In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction. So right now, if you fall in whatever like that, you're gonna forget anything bad that's happened to you. Anything like you falling, whatever. Hey, I get it. My foot got cut off. I'm still falling. Whatever. I get a new foot. I get a prosthetic. Whatever. I get another house. But that's in these days. You'll forget, especially in the past. You forgot about slavery. Forgot about getting attacked by dogs. Our forefathers getting sprayed by water hoses and lynches and stuff like that. Now that Esau Edom giving you a little check or whatever, hey, it's all good, Esau. No, it's not.
That's what you got the celebrities, the rap niggas, when they say you forget where you came from.
Right.
They'll get the money. Which, hey, granted, I wouldn't be going back to the hood either, but they don't try to even help their own people. You know? But it's because they balling, they saying, look, man, fuck that. But the point is, when you get money, you leave, you forget about the struggle and all that. That's what the point is. So you got to go. Right? But that's Manasseh. All right? Joseph finally got set up in Egypt. And he took Potiphar's daughter for a wife. And he had his children. He named one Manasseh. And Manasseh means to make forgiveness. So he said, now, the Lord has called me to forgive my affliction. So that's what the scripture said. So he suffered, but then the Most High comforted him, and he named his child, I think Manasseh was the firstborn, if I remember correctly, made him to forgive. So right, because he was in rulership. Joseph was second in command over all Egypt.
Right.
So yeah, the scripture is true. Go ahead,
Sirach 11 and verse 25. In the days of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction. And in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity. So, hey, when these things happen, when the shit hits the fan, you're not going to remember the the good old days of Babylon. You're not gonna think about that stuff. All you're gonna be thinking about is how am I gonna survive? What do I do? Where are those men that were calling on? What was his name? What?
Yeah.
You really gonna be scared, wondering if you're gonna live from 1 second to the next.
Right.
You're really gonna be scared. The fear of the Lord is gonna be on this place thick. As of right now, y'all, nobody's scared of the Lord right now. Nobody's fearing the Lord, except the men of Great Millstone and those who teach the proper doctrine and truth. All right, those who teach in truth teach the truth because they fear. All right, and we worship. That's how we worship the Lord in spirit and in truth. So, yeah, the spirit of the Lord is going to be heavy in the earth then because the Lord is going to be putting in work. He's going to be out here putting in that work. So, yeah. Therefore, knowing the terror of the Lord, we persuade men.
That's right.
But men don't want to be persuaded in their pride. And that's why the Lord is going to be laughing. Don't remember, you weren't scared. The whole world is going to be brought into derision. Go ahead,
Verse 26. For it is an easy thing unto Yahweh in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways. Hey, it's easy. It's easy for the Lord. However you've been living, hey, the Lord gonna give you that. You sow what you reap. But this is back to
Reap what you sow.
Reap guys. Back. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 1 again. Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day that the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. And so that's talking about this place getting shut down. So before this place gets shut down completely, hey, seek out the Lord. Continuing on.
As it says, those who look out the window is like as if it was darkened. Which means there's no hope for this place. When you look it up, spiritually speaking, when you look down the road, it's nothing but doom and gloom. There ain't no good times coming, and that's what we've been speaking on, man. We're in a time where the Lord is about to flip the script now. We ain't just gonna be out here prophesying, just saying the same things forever. Eventually, they gonna have to happen.
Right.
You about to say something?
No, I was gonna say because when you look out the windows, you see darkness. Well, hope offers what? Light. There's no light because there's no fucking hope. This place is done. Bro, as it says in Jeremiah, we would have healed Babylon if Babylon would be able to be healed, but it can't be. All Esau's technology, all his so-called money, all that he controls, you can't heal this, man. This is inevitable. It's gonna happen. And the sooner, the better, because we're ready to get the hell out of here. We talked about this before camp, me and the brother Lamar Tamar, man. Hey, we hate this fucking place, man. We hate this place. We hate the 2/3. We hate the heathens. We hate being here, man. We're ready to get out of here. And the proof on that is that it's almost time, is that like the brother just brought out, there's no hope here. And we ain't looking for hope here anyway. So, but yeah, you guys just want to say that out.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, and the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And going back to what Paul was saying about how the Christmas, how it's not really the Christmas spirit don't really feel like all this stuff is being brought low. They still trying to go through the motions of this, but it's over.
And you know, people when they know New Year's coming, they say, "What, New Year, new me?" Or they look for prosperity. Okay, I'm gonna pick myself up this year. You know, I might get that car this year. It's gonna be a better life. But according to the Bible, what it said, the plagues gonna come come as a woman in travail, contraction. The closer we get to being delivered, the worse it's going to get daily. 2024 will be a worse year than 2023 was.
That's right.
2024 will be far worse than how it was when CV19 hit. People thought CV changed the world. Watch what's about to happen when it comes. They talking about another disease coming, but this time they're going to turn the lights off. Not deal with it. They're going to turn the lights off. It's going to be different riots on the street. Eventually, people going to walk out their house. Hey, you know that movie, Leave the World Behind?
Right.
Now, they gave the perspective of the rich people in the hills. And what they were saying, in the city is going down. The point is, they didn't give the perspective of what was going on in the city. It was going down. That's what's coming to the streets of America. It's already going on across the four corners in certain places. You know, these things going to pick up worldwide, but especially in America. In the movie, nobody was running in their house yet because they was far out there. The thing was, it didn't take long for people in the city to say, man, fuck it. It didn't take long. Remember, the Wi-Fi was out for a couple hours already. Right. It didn't take long. Right. People already started running in other people's houses. It had gunshots, smoke in the air. Right. The point is, it didn't take long, and then eventually, you know that was going to come to the hills. That's the time we living in, man. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Just like in Egypt. It ain't just going to be the everyday common person suffering. The Lord said, as the king suffered, so did the common person. The CEO gonna suffer, just as the least man in his company gonna suffer alike. I always say LeBron James might be in a concentration camp with his biggest fan. Same cell and everything. Right. And look, in that day, the brother just read, he ain't gonna kill you as LeBron James. He ain't gonna kill. He's trying to see how to survive. Come on, man. You thought your friends was your friends. You don't say Merry Christmas. You know, had the matching fit. You know, they got the matching Christmas Day fit in front of the tree with the, pajamas.
Pajamas and shit.
Come on. Them same people gonna be putting each other to go. Right. That's what the scripture's talking about, and that's the time we coming in, man.
Hey, just real quick, that was beautiful, that observation, because I saw that, how quick that shit changed in that movie, bro. It wasn't even a couple of days, and it was all like chaos in the Civil War going on in the city. Like your brother said, gunshots, fires, explosions. Shit just went chaotic in a couple of days. That's not just for a movie effect, man. If you think that was just, man, that's cold how that happened in that movie. That ain't got nothing on the way it's about to go down for real here. Because that's a snippet of what's about to take place here, man. This is gonna be all out chaos, and people don't understand when we say that, all out chaos, dog eat dog, because we've never experienced that in this country. People don't know what it's like to have people kicking in your doors and starving and not have lights, water, gas, transportation, CNN, YouTube, can't go watch TikTok. You know, people in this country don't understand what it's like to live like that, man. But all you got to do is keep opening your eyes, because that's about to happen. And it ain't nothing you can do to stop it, brother. You got it out. And it's going to be quick.
Something back here, brother, was speaking on, and that's 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3. I'm going to read it in the NLT. He said, when people are saying everything is peaceful and secure, like you were just speaking on, on that movie.
Right.
And there's the people in that same spirit right now. Even though they struggling, they still trying to find a way to feel that flesh. It's like everything gonna be okay, right? So everything is peaceful and secure, then disaster will fall upon them as suddenly as a pregnant woman's labor pains begin, and there will be no escape. So that's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen just like that. While they still believing this place is gonna gain back its mercy, as these Babylonians used to. Hey, soon, the start of next year, man, everything can just turn around.
What that last part said, and there'll be
just like that, man.
That last part, and there'll be what?
It said to read. It say, read up a little bit. It say, I'm gonna read back. So it say everything is peaceful and secure. Then that disaster will fall upon them as suddenly as a pregnant woman's labor pains begin, and there will be no escape.
And there will be no escape, bro. How you gonna get out of that? The Lord ain't even offering you a way out unless you be one of those men part of the elect. Other than that, there's no escape, man. And if the Most High tell you there's no escape, that goes back to the scripture. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. There's no escape. It's no getting out, bro.
You speaking on that standard is going to be living for the men of the Lord.
Come.
Right. The only one who going to be able to escape these times, that these evil times that we come in, as the brother speaking on, man. You ain't got the covenant of your Yahweh Shema Shah, you do. You know, but he have this man out here giving you that warning. Right. Whether you heal for beard, man. So we doing our job and hoping that we be covered that day, you know?
That's right.
That's right. They said like a woman licking with labor pains, she can't escape. She can't get around those contractions. And you know, nowadays they try to give them epidural.
Right.
They still be feeling shit though. Right. They don't really escape everything. And even if they don't feel everything, then it's gonna come back on. They pain, man.
Yeah. No, because our last child to be born, they gave my ex the epidural. The shit didn't kick in time. So guess what that means? She's sitting there sweating bullets, pushing, screaming. I'm like, oh well. And it's the same attitude now. Oh well. Somebody got to be 2/3.
Hey, it didn't kick in time. Like the help of I guess the solution for America. The Lord gonna bring the judgment before it come. It ain't gonna kick in time, man. You ain't gonna find the right president in time. You know, somebody to save the world, man. You ain't gonna find a cure to cancer in time and a CV in time, man.
Right.
Come on, man, you got it out. Speaking of time, we can hold this come. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to every purpose under the heaven. It was a time that America was in its Pax Romana stage, the golden era. Pax America stage. The golden era, man. Right. Everybody making money, the economy booming. Everybody got nice cars, clothes, going out, taking trips, Disney World. That's when Disney was still innocent. You know?
Date night.
Yeah. People want to date nights out, the movies. That's when the food was still good, real food. Hey, I got to think it was you. You was like, when you was younger, McDonald's and Apostle recall one of y'all, but Burger King, McDonald's, that was real meat and shit.
That was real meat, bro. Yeah. Yeah, and you can smell, if you walk into a McDonald's right now and just smell it, it's nowhere near the smell as it was in the early 70s, man. It's just, I guess you just had to be there, but I'm saying, you can smell that this shit ain't real. Yeah. I mean, and you know what was really crazy to me? Well, not so crazy. Yesterday as I was driving, everything is closed because of Christmas. But every McDonald's was still open, and these motherfuckers had cars around the building out to the street. People are lined up to eat this slop, to eat this food, well, supposedly food, right? Because it ain't shit at the house. Whoever on Thanksgiving or Christmas would go to McDonald's on Christmas. No, you got a feast at your house, but that's just showing you. People ain't feasting at the house no more. Now they gotta go get on the goddamn value menu.
Shit, I can that went up because a Big Mac, I seen a new post in the fry, and I'm gonna cut you off. I said, I can put a big fry in the drink like $20-something.
God damn.
Look it up.
I was gonna say also, some of these food places, like you can go there and buy your turkey and stuff like that too. Things like House of Barbecue and some other spots like that. You can actually buy like your turkey. What's going into it, you buy some fast food instead of cooking it at the crib. It's so high. You see posts online that show you that people like, yeah, we might as well eat out because it's the same price to buy groceries. Yeah. People complain about inflation. And then one of my favorite posts right now is they said it's like going into 2024, and they're like, who all over there? I want to know who all over there before I go. Like what's going into early, it's going to get worse and worse.
I just wanted to show it. So this article, just to back it up, this article was from October 30th, 2023. Let me see. It says McDonald's revenue soars as it hikes menu prices, $18 Big Mac. And that ain't including tax.
That's price gouging.
They ain't including tax. So
What the
they
hell?
giving you poison and charging you for it. Come on, man.
And these people are gladly buying it,
Right.
eating it and dying at McDonald's.
That's because they supposed to be giving them these pay raises, but I thought they was doing, out of Davis way. So the burgers should go down. So I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 3:2, a time to be born and a time to die, a time
When the time a lot of people about to
Peace and
die,
blessings, King.
when the time a lot of people about to die, how Yahweh said when he was referring to 70 AD, it ain't the time to a woman wasn't going to have a child in that day. Give suck in that day. Well, at the same time, it's gonna be like that here. Women, that's of course the Lord gonna spare those of the elect. That ain't nothing we worry about. Hey, look, Moses was an example of that. He was thrown into the Nile River, ain't nothing happened to him. With ancient alligators,
I thought about that yesterday.
Ain't nothing happened to him. The Lord told us, 2 Ezra 2:26, he said he gonna spare us and even our children they can see destruction. Somebody gotta be children on the chariots in prophecy. And also in Jeremiah, the Lord said he gonna save those who got children in their stomach and those who still in the titty. So it's gonna be brand new babies who just came out probably in Jacob's trouble. He gonna have a new body in the, come on, man, in the chariot. So, but for those out there who not a part of this troop, who Yahweh Bashar outside ain't covered, it's gonna be bad for you to have a child in that day.
Yes, sir.
Come on, man, you gonna eat your child. There's a story, brothers can look it up. I forget the woman name, what it's called, but it's an account in Josephus of this woman in Israel. She was well known and she ate a child. Like people came in, seen it ball. I'm gonna have to find it, throw it in the chat, Lord willing. But things like that gonna happen. 70 AD, they was eating children. They own shoes and leather. Right? Hey, Moses prophesied about it. It's gonna be worse in these times. 2 Kings, it happened in Samaria. Woman ate that child, looking forward to another child the next day.
Right.
Kids are not spending money for bird shit. Look, you should be able to find that anywhere, right? The bird went in the shit. Now they were,
I'm gonna say this is the same thing happened during the Great Depression. You remember the bells, the Great Depression, it's gonna be greater than that. It's gonna be the greatest depression before we get beat up.
How terrible it's gonna be, and these coming back then, they actually had real leather to boil and eat. What y'all got?
Plastic.
Leather, we eating vinyl.
niggas gonna be eating them, all of the jars and shit they be wearing, the designer they be bragging on, all of the money phones they got. I Kodak Black having the money sleeve going down the leg. That money gonna be better used to keep your hands warm over the fire, man. To wipe your ass at that time.
Oh, goddamn Carl Kanai sandwich.
The old Pootie sweater,
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about it, the brothers,
British Knights.
Yeah.
the brothers are mentioning all these things, and still when it comes to Jacob's trouble in Jeremiah chapter 37, they say none is accurate. Some people find none is accurate. So what these brothers is giving you a vision of on that time when we read about these scriptures, and come that time of Jacob's trouble, going to be no time like it. So just think of the words of the day they saying up to you, eating your babies, eating leather. They're going to get worse than that, man. We can't understand it or understand what we're going to go into.
You know how bad off it got to be for you to eat your child?
Right.
It got to be balls to the wall for you to boil your kid, man, to eat your child, bro.
It's a process. Long, drawn out part. You cut the child up, didn't boil it. You gotta watch this. You can't be here.
Right.
No. And you think when you go to kill that kid, he ain't screaming and kicking?
Right. Like you say, you can't be there. But that just goes to show you, family, hey, it's gonna drive you to that. And I got this to back that up. This is Lamentations 4 and verse 9. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger.
That's right.
You see, hey, it'll drive you crazy, man. When your stomach gets to growling, hey, it's gonna drive you to do that, man. Like the brother's going into. Think about that. Somebody boiling their child, man, to eat them. A baby that you done nourished, you done the breastfed them. Hey, when they fall, you pick them up. Hey, that you're caring for them. Then to turn around and boil them and eat them, man, chop them up to eat them. Hey, your mind is gone, man. Okay, because like the scripture says, it's better to die by the sword than to be hungry, man. Okay, it'll drive you to that. It'll drive you insane.
Okay? It says, for these pine away, stricken for want of the fruit of the field. See, hey, it'll drive you to do insane things like that, man. Okay?
But they done showed you that, like in them cartoons, they'll show you that, like when they on a deserted island, say like I saw one like with Woody Woodpecker and him and what you call it was on a deserted island. You start hallucinating and shit.
That's right.
You know, now you ain't looking at that baby as your child.
Right.
You looking at a meal right now.
Right.
Cause hey, the Most High, your mind is gone, bro.
Right.
You are hallucinating at that point. You're not thinking clearly and rationally. All you trying to do is satisfy that lust of hunger, man.
And two, no sleep. No, they ain't gonna have no sleep either.
Right.
That also messes with your head too.
I was just gonna add, the lady just got life for that. She killed her kid. She chopped them up, boiled them. I don't know if she ate them or not, but she wasn't even hungry yet. So imagine the time.
She bugged out though.
Imagine the time of the famine. Hey, there ain't gonna be no choice. They're gonna do that shit so quick.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, because you were saying that like she had busted his skull. She had
78 fragments of skull.
Right. You know, hey, and this is not even we're not even there yet. And you know, these women are bugged out like that. Just imagine when that time comes.
Bro.
Yeah, I got a quick point that this brother made a beautiful point, but you gotta think, keep it up here. So you gotta think, you shared your own flesh and blood, your child, like your brother said, you raised up with a complete stranger. She didn't even know the woman. Because remember the next day the king came, when he asked what happened, she didn't even have a name to give the king. Right? But that's so you have that's what a complete stranger, somebody you didn't even know.
The point is, 2 Kings chapter 6 was that I think in chapter 5 or earlier in the chapter, there was a man stopping against the prophet. But the prophet had told him, hey, tomorrow the food is going to be cheap. But in this account, the woman, she had ate her child with the stranger, and then the lady hid her child, but the next day, there was food out there. So it's like you could have just waited one more day. And then you could have had some food, you still could have had your kids. But just that one day, now you got to live with that horror that you ate your kids the rest of your life.
I got a real quick precept to back up what brother said, because you know Jared Salente said we have nothing else to lose. You lose it, your mind. But the scriptures say that. You got it. I can abruptly look up the word incontinency. The second Ezra 5 in verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be offset out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places. A confusion also in many places. It says that wild beasts gonna change their places, even in the movie. You know, you had them deer coming. You know, shit, even when it's TV, you had those wild animals in the neighborhood, in the city. And mistress women shall bring forth monsters, and salt waters shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Friends shall destroy one another. It ain't even have to say enemies. That's gonna be a given. Strangers gonna it's gonna be only the strongest survive. But you wouldn't expect a friend to come after you, though. You would expect family members to come after you, though. So the Lord ain't have to mention people you don't know. No, even your own family gonna turn against you, man. Like we about to read, this woman ate her child because of the famine. It's gonna be more of that going on. You got it, bro.
It says, then shall wit hide itself.
Then shall wit hide itself. So when this happens, when it's wit, your sharpness, I like to use that word acuity. You know, your mental focus, man. People ain't gonna be on point with their decision making in that day. Just doing anything. Why? Because they're gonna be making decisions off the flesh. They don't know nothing. They never try to practice walking in the spirit, praying to the Lord, waiting on the Lord to do something. So they're gonna be making decisions off their flesh. They're gonna run a FEMA because they don't know. The scripture says don't run to them because you're gonna be trodden underfoot. In second Ezra, they don't know the chip's gonna be waiting for them over there. So they're gonna be making quick decisions just to survive. You got it, bro.
Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into a secret chamber.
What is that? Even the word, that's gonna be taken away. At the same time, all hell breaking loose. What is they gonna be doing? Lessons no more. No more Thursday lives. You know, no more GMS info docs. No more elders in transit, daily edification. No more whatever brothers, whoever out there we watch to get edified from the apostles, the elders, the bishops on down. Or even to the newest brother, man. Or who even in another camp, ain't no more edification going on. You're going to have to live with what you know.
Not only that, you ain't going to be able to pick up a phone and say, hey, brother, where you at? Right. There's going to be complete loss of communication, bro. So, yeah, you got it, bro. That's it. Got it.
Second Ezra 5 and 10, and shall be sought of many, and yet not be found.
Right, and what? It said understanding. It said shall be sought of many and not be found. People going to be looking for answers in this day. What is going on? What's happening? When it's going to end? And now, mind you, every day going to get worse. Every day going to be worse. The lights might cut off, bro. When those lights go out, anything goes. Ain't no more 911. If your woman giving birth, ain't no calling out an ambulance to come get her. Now you got to be like the movies. You got to birth it yourself. See? Wives going to be turning away from their husband because their husbands going to turn into bitches in that day. And that's what the scriptures say. Right. In that day when times get hard, when eventually the bullets in that gun go run out, that every man think they hard because they got a tool on them. Eventually that bullet go run out. Eventually you might get shot, but men who women and children depend on, they gonna turn into women in that day. They gonna be scared, man. They gonna be looking for answers too. So that wife gonna come to them, what's going on? I don't know, babe. You know, especially, come on, man.
I don't know what to do. I usually have my phone. I don't know what to do.
He said, without my phone and GPS, I'm a useless man. That's why us who know this truth, it says men shall be as fine gold in that day. When we go be around the men or want to be around the men who know what's going on, men who gonna be stable in that day. You know, people gonna be spazzing out the looks on people's face. Brothers might just be walking around confident, laughing. You see that people going through shit, looking healthy because we gonna be eating. People gonna be looking famished. The brother just read it, they gonna pine away. Man, you might be walking, still looking, you got a glow on your face. Right? Clothes might still be clean. While people shit got dirt on it, blood on it, ripped off. That ain't hard, that ain't far-fetched. For 40 years in the wilderness with dust and the elements, the Lord said not even our shoes was messed up. How much more on this concrete, man? That's easy work for the Lord. That's the times we coming in. You got it, huh?
Second Ezra 5 and 10, latter end.
And I want to get to the point to show it's going to be a lack of self-control, man. For you to, so much so for you to eat your child. Go through the process, cutting it up. And I'm sure you had to be thinking about all the sweet memories. You know? When they grew up. Timmy first steps. You know? What you just got it for Christmas. Yeah. Then you had to, look, wait on the water to boil, huh? Then threw him in there. Come on, man. You got it, bro.
It says, then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon the earth.
So I said it wrong. Incontinency. Yeah, incontinency. It says, so once the word be taken away, once it says friends go destroy another, in other words, all chaos in the streets, it says then, how you say it again?
Incontinency.
Incontinency shall what? You can read it again.
Second Ezra 5 and 10, latter end, then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon the earth.
Unrighteousness, what is that? Breaking the law. People gonna do whatever they gotta do to survive. Lawlessness, man. That's gonna increase. And it says incontinency gonna increase. Now what is that, huh?
This is just a quick Google definition. This is just a quick Google definition. This is having or showing a lack of self-restraint or control. Having or showing a lack of self-restraint or control.
That's what that word means, man. Incontinency, see, you're a fool. If fool don't observe time, he don't know what's going on.
Right.
He don't know what's going on, man. We have been talking about serious matters, things that even gonna affect daylight. That's what we talking about. He ride around here playing, hey, like smoking, all playing. Right. You see? Right, playing. And look, his shit going down, his kingdom going down. But he walking around here playing, man. But you can read, but it says a lack of self-control and lawlessness, that's going to rise. So people going to be doing anything and not even considering what they're doing. And I think you said it out, when you don't eat, your mind messes with you. You got a tall son, you might look like the hot dog.
Right.
You know, you got a big son, you might look like a hamburger. Right? You walking on the street, it might be a sunny day, you know, the waves sometimes look like water.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
think you find water, go diving. You know? So, right, so include you haven't eaten a week or so. You just be eating a little bullshit here and there, right? You got some water from somebody, you got lucky. Now include that in, because remember, everybody gonna be running for their life in that day. It's gonna be a lack of sleep too. Now, Ty, lack of sleeping, but you ain't eating it. Come on, man. Come on, tie all that together. That's what the Lord talking about. People already be mad, pissed off when they can't get no sleep, huh? I know I do. You know, people mind start messing with them when they can't get no sleep. You see? But hey, we might, and look, a lot of people that come by scoffing, why you said we gonna laugh? Because a lot of people who scoff, we gonna see them get judged. The Lord gonna allow us to see a lot of people, these scoffers. KD, the fat nigga who ate the pork on the video. They're talking about all praises after he ate it. Come on, man. The Lord might let us see people like that get put to death live, man. Yeah. You know, but you got it, bro.
In the etymology, incontinent, late 14th century, wanting self-restraint, immoderate, intemperate, not holding back.
Woo.
So wanting self-restraint was the main point that I wanted. Hey, it's gonna be hard to hold back because you're gonna be so hungry, and then that's when you're gonna end up getting that microcaragma, like the nigga that just rolled by on his bike talking about Egypt. No, we're not. We in Egypt talking about the downfall of this kingdom. We don't agree with this place.
Just real quick before he leave, see old boy walking with the groceries across the street. You talking about restraint? What kind of fucking chance do you think he'd have in that day walking down the street with that shit in his hand? He wouldn't make it half a block with that, bro.
And look, even before the times we talking about, probably like the first couple of days, when they still got shit in the stores, when people running in and out, or even able to still buy shit. I hope single mothers out there, men, don't send your woman to get food. They'll go in the store, buy shit. They're gonna have little gangs ready.
Oh yeah,
ready out there to take everything you got. Even if they don't take it, you better believe somebody gonna follow you to your crib. Wait till you start. Oh, even if the day you got food, you gonna start cooking it. Other people don't have food, they gonna smell it. They gonna smell it. They coming. Can't forget about them animals the Lord gonna let out. Oh, women. What women's products you gonna buy in that day? You gonna have a smell of blood on you with animals around.
Right.
Hey, the Lord gonna open up them prisons. Men who've been on solitary confinement gonna be out. And look, he opened up the prison buku times in the scriptures. That's easy for the Lord. You don't think they gonna be in jail doing the whole check of trouble. Come on, man, things gonna open up. They gonna open up.
Well, it's already open. Mike Adams did a video last week, and he had a guest on. He was incognito because he was a whistleblower for traffic coming across the border. And by his testimony, because he worked security for the bus line and transport, he said it's all criminals coming from Venezuela that's going up to Chicago, maybe Colorado. They sending them there, but see they doing it different ways. So like Colorado, they may send the Russians or something, but it could be the Venezuela. But I know for a fact they're going up to New York. That's who's going to New York and Chicago. And you know, a lot of them staying here in Texas. But the guy said, because he's white, they didn't think he understood Spanish, but he was talking about how they was all talking about coming here to sell dope. And Lord knows whatever else. But there's going to be lawlessness. And what the brother's going into. It's already a situation, the stage is set for that lawlessness. But you're going to see lawlessness, and the Babylonian way is not to wait, not to show restraint. The Babylonian way is you want it, you go get it. If they don't give it to you, take it. That's the Babylonian way. So when the cameras are shut down, like the brother going into, the lights are out, communication is cut, yeah, you might well stay in the house, lock your door. If you ain't got it, you ain't gonna get it. Yeah, You crazy as hell. Let me tell you this, man. Muscle don't do you shit when you hungry.
Right.
You think, I mean, yeah, you get big all you want. See, my body built for efficiency. I can go days and still have energy without eating. But you big niggas, man, y'all would be in trouble. You know? But yeah.
Hey, you know those, you about to say something about?
No, I'm just saying, those bodybuilders, shit, when they hungry, they start to lose muscle mass. Your body starts to eat away the muscle.
Fast.
Yeah.
Right. If you ain't constantly got that creatine or whatever, and all that shit and eating, they shrink fast. Because all that shit is superficial. The body wasn't meant to. I mean, the Most High put certain men up there with the big figures. But if you weren't born like that, you got to become a slave to your body. We ain't got time to be a slave to the flesh. You need to be a slave to this.
Right.
Right. This is the strength you're gonna need in that day.
That's right.
Y'all got it.
Hey, another thing in including that, the small things people don't consider. Delta Taza Park just hit on it a little bit, but these bodybuilders, these football players, these athletes, they have a certain regimen that they're used to. So when times get hard, just one simple meal, even America, the Lord's, these average Americans, they eat daily. Right. The highlight of every event is what? Food. Weddings, food. The reception, right? Graduation, well, eat after. At the church, eat after. Funerals, eat after. Right. They got lunch. They got breakfast. They threw one in there and said brunch. This between, come on, man. This they said breakfast.
That was propaganda. Breakfast was propaganda. But yeah,
Johnny Brown, I believe his name is, he went into a lesson on that. On the American diet was all propaganda to get like pancakes and the bullshit. Really, what people eat in America for breakfast is dessert. In other places across the world, crepes and all that's like dessert. That's like a side, a snack. But people get 5 pancakes and bacon and all the bullshit and orange juice, mimosas, all before 9 o'clock.
A bowl of cereal, that's a bowl of sugar.
That's it.
Bowl of sugar, man, on milk.
Pop-Tarts, sugar. People fill their bodies with sugar in America. As soon as they get up, then the brunch comes, you feed it some more. Your body really never have time to break it down. So when the famine comes and the people who've been used to eating daily, how you think they're gonna respond? Also, you got to include these people who are different type of drugs. When they ain't got that fix, they gonna bug out. They ain't got people on prescription drugs. When they can't go to the CVS no more. When women can't get women products no more, what you gonna do in that time? That's what the Lord talking about to come, man. You got it out.
And what's on every corner in every city, everywhere you go, when you wake up at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, go to work, what place is always open? You can't never go nowhere without seeing one. A fucking donut shop, bro. Fall in. And what's so crazy, donuts are so cheap. You go in there and buy 3 glazed donuts, and the bitch don't give you a handful of donut holes. Like they hooking you up. Right. You buy a bear claw or a cinnamon roll, they gonna give you 2 extra donuts and all that. Like, that's to keep you coming back. Nothing but straight sugar and dough.
It's sugar. It turns to sugar, right? The dough turns to sugar. But Esau, I didn't think about it until I heard Esau say it. One of the reasons why U.S. got their asses handed to them in Vietnam, and Esau said, man, them Viet Cong, they could fight all day on a bowl of rice. I was like, yeah.
Exactly.
And then, they had them guerrilla tactics up in the tunnels and shit. Yeah, Esau got his ass handed to him up there in Vietnam. He said, yeah. He said, they'll eat a bowl of rice and shit. They'll fight all day and shit the next day. But they don't eat like that. They train to, their bodies are efficient on just a little bit of food. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate that. so even brothers who be taking this another, even brothers who be like on kind of get that mindset, bro. The y'all brothers who kind of depend on pills and all that or whatever. Now it's time for us to start trusting the Lord. Because when this thing fall, even us, some of us will be in certain different situations. And now it's for us to trust in the Lord right now before that happens. So we don't be shocked with shit either. You know, you got it. Right?
It's already a shortage of pharmaceuticals. So, like the brother said, hey, you might want to start getting on the ball and doing that. You know, cutting out a lot of excess food, fasting more, praying more.
Right.
You know, and we coming to that time where it's already a famine like the elder brothers going into. McDonald's used to be so good. Hey, it ain't that great. A bunch of people.
Right. Speaking of McDonald's, people already predisposed to eating human flesh. So it's going to make it that much more easier when they get home. If you've been going to McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's, all that shit, it's already human meat mixed with the beef. Now, Finkelstein brought that out. Rabbi Finkelstein, Steve, Stern, you know, fuck that nigga name.
Right.
But,
Steve Cyril.
He the one let the cat out the bag, and he got put to death not long after.
When you get that testimony,
right?
He was under oath, so he's been lying.
So people, majority of people here in America, they predisposed to have a taste for human flesh.
McDonald's, they got warning signs in the drive-thru about how they're using chemicals in the food, and then also they got warning signs for when the employees come in through the back too, to let them know that they're handling chemicals.
Hey, doesn't Chick-fil-A do that too?
Yeah, I'm sorry?
Chick-fil-A.
I'm pretty sure. They probably didn't put signs up.
No, they got the sign.
Oh, they do? Okay.
They ain't say nothing about the grease. The most dangerous shit in there is that grease. They frying the fries and everything else with. They tracing that back. Some scientists have traced linked diabetes to this grease. All this these seed oils like vegetable, cotton seed, all of that shit is toxic. You know? So when they be frying this shit, sometimes it might be lower. A lot of them be lower.
What they saying, the deer meat that we try to get deer meat. They come with, they put pig fat in it. They put the pig fat in there in the deer meat so you can get it tasted better. Because I went
And speak up.
and they got fat, they got pig fat inside the deer meat. So you thinking that you eat pure deer meat, but it's got fat in it, it's got pork in it. Pork fat.
That's why brothers too, you can get that precept. That's why brothers too gotta watch if y'all buying like sausage or different stuff like that. You make think you got beef sausage, deer sausage. Watch the casing on that.
Right.
Because it could be pork casing.
Right.
You know? I mean, good to get the skinless like beef sausage or something like that.
This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good and cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow up on the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. You know, that's what we got right now. You can go get a meal easily. It's not as cheap, but it's still accessible. People think they're good, you know, it's a good time, but what's say the famine, sword, and great confusion is growing right now. This is
and two, it's convenient. Because you can get Uber Eats, you can just sit back, text somebody, they can bring it to your door. Right? So people think, you know, it's a convenient word, things gonna get better, but as the brother saying, then with that mindset, then destruction gonna come. Right? Then people gonna lose it even more.
2nd Ezra 16 and 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Now, that's what the brother's talking about. He said, many upon earth shall perish of famine.
That's a horrible way to go out, man. Right. And if you happen to get a meal and you survive, the next day you might get shot. You might get thrown into the concentration camp and get raped. Come on, man. So every day gonna be something worse than the day before. What you escape from, and then what you go through your judgment might be worse than what you escaped from.
Right.
There's gonna be niggas wishing they went through the first shit. You know, you got it.
This is Amos 5 and verse 18.
Hey, I can't we finish this real quick, and then we got that. That's what's in that second Ezra. When it says a lack of self-control.
Second Ezra 5 and 12. At the same time shall men hope, but nothing obtain.
Right. So when they lose, when people don't have the answers, when times get hard, when they lose that self-control, it says, "Then shall men hope, but nothing obtain." They're gonna be hoping it's gonna get better, hoping they can find the meal, hoping help gonna come. Some people gonna be hoping Female Red Cross gonna come, and then when they come through, it ain't gonna be the help you wanted, man.
Right.
So they gonna be hoping, but they ain't gonna obtain what they hoping for. You got it, Doc.
Say they shall labor.
They shall labor. They gonna try to make their situation better, and this is going to what you about to bring up. They gonna try to make their situation better, right? But what's gonna happen, huh?
But their ways shall not prosper.
It ain't gonna fall through. It ain't gonna fall through. If you, as the brother go going to, if you escape something, you think you good, you set yourself up, however it may be, something gonna come to these people, man. And I'm gonna say this too. You know, it says how to elect, go and do it to them to be saved. But the Lord, he got to. He gonna preserve some of the most evil people in the world. He gonna spare them through all the troubles that's coming. They gonna be eating the famine. They gonna be straight. The Lord will probably give them a weapon. They gonna be good. Even the wild animals probably might not mess with them. But even then, what's the last plague they can't escape? The missiles, man. So you can get through all this, but eventually missiles gonna fall. Only the elect was said, the Lord told him, I'm gonna get you through the 6th and the 7th. Everybody else not promised and the 7th. Come on, man. You got it, bro. Oh, that's it. You got what you had. Right?
This is Amos 5 and verse 18. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. So what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. Okay, it says, woe to them that desire the day of the Lord. Especially like a Christian, they say, I'm blessed and I'm highly favored. Hey, not knowing that the Most High is bringing great judgment. Okay, hey, and they dwelling in sin. Okay, hey, Christian will tell you real quick that, hey, the Most High hate the sin, not the sinner.
Right.
Hey, but the scriptures tell us contrary to that. Hey, the Most High hate the sinner. Okay? But it says, as if a man did flee from a lion in a bear meadow, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him, like the brother was going into. Hey, it's gonna be one destruction from another.
No, I said one calamity after
That's
another.
right. Okay, one calamity after another. You're gonna be escaping one thing, then it's gonna be something else. Okay, like the brother said, the famine. You may escape the famine, but just to be judged by getting bit by a wild animal, or getting destroyed by a wild animal, getting killed by a wild animal. Okay, it's gonna be like that. Something right spontaneously, right after the other, right after the other. It says, "Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light?" You see, the most people think that the Most High is all love, man. Okay, and that He's just coming for peace. No, the Most High is a man of war. Okay, hey, what we're seeing is war strategies. Okay, hey, he's getting everybody ripened for the taking. They're going and thinking everything is good. Okay, but it's gonna be a day of darkness, like the scriptures say.
Right. So let's get this account. We've been holding this because we've been giving examples on the time we coming in.
Right.
Now, when that famine here, you're gonna have people who have children. They're gonna be eating their own child in that day to survive. Now, again, we read. Who always said that, Bishop Day? And what are we reading? The Bible, right? This is the Bible. This is the Bible. So look, if it happened then, and we're coming into a time that's worse than it ever been, what you think gonna happen now? So let's read the Bible to get an example on when hard times or something like a famine came. And again, this is back then when people was more spiritual. They had more self-constraint. They ain't eat all day. They ain't sit in a house all day and watch TV. Right? So what you think these people, how they gonna respond? Your average American, man. That's not when they said it was a great famine in Samaria to get a concept, you know?
This is 2 Kings chapter 6 in verse 24. And it came to pass after this that Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, gathered all his hosts and went up and besieged Samaria. And there was a great famine in Samaria.
Hey, check it out. What it started with. him besieging Samaria. Just like 70 AD. Before the famine came, what had to happen? They besieged it, round about. The same thing gonna happen here. Esau gonna move in, cut off the city, and look, you ain't gonna want to go in the city. And then whatever in the city you can get, you're gonna have to have that micro-seed to get it. You have to have a good score to get it. Right? And you ain't gonna want to take your risk with these troops running around, these mercenaries. Right? But it said they besieged it. And then the famine came. You got it.
Verse 25, and there was a great famine in Samaria. And behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver.
80 pieces of silver, a donkey head, an unclean animal. Come on, man. Yeah, a donkey head, man. You see, an unclean animal was sold for top dollar. People look, this Jake, people say, forget the laws. Hey, we trying to survive. Hey, because look, they knew it was unclean, but it was still selling. What else? What else they had on the market?
And the fourth part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver.
It wasn't even all of it. Look, there was the 5 bird shit. The fourth, you know? Yeah, man. That was selling.
Yeah. Not even the dove, but the dove shit.
The dove, that's out of you can't afford that. That's out of the
right, you could have said not even the dove, but the dove shit.
Verse 26, and as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, Help, my lord, O king. And he said, If Yahweh do not help thee, which shall I help thee?
Hey, that's a great point right there. Woman, if the Most High don't help you, what you expect me to do? We coming into the times where, because look, money ain't gonna be able to buy a person out of a situation no more. Right? The cops, 911 won't be able to get a person out of a situation no more. Protection and help in society, that's gonna be done. It's gonna get to the point to where it says if the Most High don't help you, how anybody else gonna help you? Everybody gonna be suffering. It's gonna be every man for himself. Look, already when CB hit, couples couldn't even stay together. They couldn't even be locked in the house. How much more when worse times come when 2024 gonna be far worse? Come on, man. They gonna turn on each other quick. Men ain't gonna be wanting to hear that complaining shit. Right. Hey, look what happened in the road. She was ready to give up as soon as it started. Come on, man. You got it out.
2 Kings chapter 6 and verse 27. And he said, If Yahweh do not help thee, which shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor or out of the wine press?
Right, so think about that. This is the king, right? He should have some stored up. You the man. You the top man. You should have some stored up. You should have some type of resources. But he said, if the Lord don't help you, how you expect me to help you? You think I got something in the barn? You think I got some stored up? You think I got some water, some food? I ain't even got nothing. But he gonna ask him, what did you cry for anyway? Why you tripping like this?
Verse 28, and the king said unto her, What aileth thee?
Oh, which backs up what we said earlier. Even CEOs, the top people in the society, they gonna suffer. This the king, he was suffering too.
And she answered, This woman said unto me, like you were saying, he didn't even know the woman's name or anything. This is a complete stranger. This woman said unto me, Give thy son that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son.
So the woman said, okay, look, this is what we can do. You hungry, I'm hungry. We're going to take your son, we're going to eat him today. And then we'll eat my son tomorrow. For her to even sit there, look, she probably folded on like this. Fucking with that. Like, she put in consideration. Come on, man. This your child you raised up. Child that came out of you, huh? She put in consideration. She said, let's do it. Let's do it.
Verse 29.
And I mind you, women today don't even like their children.
Right.
They don't even fucking like them. Especially Eve, the so-called black woman, you know. Let's be real. But you can't even say that. You can't even limit it no more. It ain't just a so-called black woman. That's my bad. But she one of the leaders of it, but all nations, all women nowadays, they don't want children. Why you think it's a protest to get abortion? You had worldwide movements, women in the streets to march for abortion rights. we want to kill our children. When you think about that, you know how crazy that is? Come on, man, they advocate for child sacrifice, really. And then even if they have a child, let's say Eve, for example, which against you a great example in this situation, the child don't even really be raised by her because it's always at the grandmother's house.
Exactly.
Come on, man, because she want to go out. She want to do this and do that. They don't even want to be around their children. See, the brother just showed a picture. You can show it to the screen, now. You can read it to him. So.
It says, look, going into, the whole abortion thing, if you could. Hold on.
I'll hold it for you.
The water. Yeah. It says, I'd rather be. Hold on. What did he say?
It says, I'd rather be a murderer than a mother.
Right. Yeah, they was out there protesting, about abortion rights. And the son says you'd rather be a murderer than a mother, man. That says a lot.
The scriptures say, thou shalt not murder. And to land back on the brother, I was with a customer. They were up in age, elderly. And they were saying how the younger generation, they just pull up, drop their kids off and leave. Come on now.
Right, they had a woman the other day, and we'll get back to the school teacher. She called his parents and was saying, like, look, your child acting up and shit. The mother ain't want to hear it. She didn't care. Like, it's a teacher problem. Like, she didn't care. But the point is, women don't even have a care for their children now, when times good. So, what you think gonna happen when times get bad? The things that was written aforetime was written for our learning. We read about it, man. We're gonna be seeing this.
2 Kings chapter 6, verse 29. So we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her,
and they was over talking. This shit straight, huh? Right? Talking to, come on, they probably conversing, eating your own child with a whole stranger. Because you think you gonna get fed tomorrow too.
And I said unto her on the next day, give thy son that we may eat him. And she hath hid her son. And it came to pass, when the king heard the words of the woman, that he rent his clothes, and he passed by upon the wall, and the people looked and beheld, he had sackcloth within upon his flesh.
Right. That was pretty much the point. But he was supporting even the king. But the woman hid her child. She just wanted to mind you. You ain't gonna be normal people in these times. It says because the love of many, it says because iniquity shall abound, the love of many gonna be exposed. Ain't nobody really gonna be trying to help you in that time, man. See, hey, women gonna be used to set up certain people. You might see a distressed woman, right, crying out, and you might go to her and take her trouble, try to help her, and out of nowhere, about 5, 10 niggas come jump you, man.
Right.
That type of stuff gonna be happening, right? And then, as the brother mentioned, even after this, the next day, or a couple of days later, it was the next day.
Next day.
You could make the point out.
This is 2 Kings chapter 7. Then Elisha said, hear ye the words of Yahweh. Thus saith Yahweh, tomorrow about this time shall a measure of fine flour be sold for a shekel, and 2 measures of barley for a shekel in the gate of Samaria. So that was the next day. The next day, all they had to do was wait maybe 1 or 2 more days. You could have been getting some food for a reasonable price, but no, you couldn't wait. Like, you couldn't wait. You probably didn't have no faith. And the Lord would provide for them, anything like that. They just, hey, what you use my son. Then you got to live with that. Consider yourself in that situation. You contemplating, I'm going to eat my child, whatever, it's going to be all good. Okay, you go ahead and do it. And then, as soon as you finish eating, here come a food truck.
Right. And it's cheap. It's cheap. The food cheap. Because, like inflation, a lack of food can make the price go up. That's why when you read the beginning of the chapter, it says 80 pieces of silver for some donkeys. And really, donkeys don't even got a lot of meat on these stores. Right? But they was paying top dollar for bird shit and ass meat. You see? Bird shit and donkey meat. But when all the food came, it was way cheaper to get that. And then you had a non-believer, like the brother was saying, he gonna scoff against Elisha, like, man, ain't gonna ever, let's read it. He was like, man, ain't gonna ever happen. Elisha said, okay, it's gonna happen, and you gonna see it happen, but you ain't gonna eat nothing. So a lot of people out here, they hearing that say these things, they don't believe it's gonna happen. You gonna see it happen, and you gonna die in it, man. You got it, bro.
This is 2 Kings chapter 7 and verse 2. Then a Lord on whose hand the king leaned answered the man of God and said, behold, if Yahweh would make windows in heaven, might this thing be? And he said,
come on, man, he talking shit. He said, man, he said the Most High name. That's capital L-O-R-D-I. He said, man, even if Yahweh opened up the windows of heaven, that shit ain't gonna happen. Read it again. Let's see what it say. What verse that is?
Verse 2. It's 2 Kings chapter 7.
See what that's in the NLT. 2 Kings 7 and 2.
This is 2 Kings chapter 7 verse 2. Then a Lord on whose hand the king leaned answered the man of the Lord and said, behold, if Yahweh would make windows in heaven, might this thing be? And he said, behold, thou shalt see it with thine eyes, but shalt not eat thereof.
No, because it said that, okay, you know what I'm talking about? When you see it, all right, what is in the NLT first? And then we'll finish off
2 Kings 7 and verse 2. The officer assisting the king said to the man of the Most High,
so you listen, this is me told you listen.
that couldn't happen even if the Lord Yahweh opened the windows of heaven.
Come on, man. So he talking shit. Then he said use the Most High name. That's like somebody today, they come up and said, man, what y'all talking about? Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah ain't gonna do that. They scoffing hard. Wait, listen, this what he, so listen, go tell them this. You got it, bro.
We're going to jump down to the chapter. This is 2 Kings chapter 7 and verse 14. And they took, therefore, 2 chariot horses, and the king sent after the host of the Syrians, saying, go and see. And they went after them unto the Jordan, and lo, all the way was full of garments and vessels, which the Syrians had cast away in their haste. And the messengers returned.
So there's a lot of good stuff.
Right.
A lot of good stuff.
And the messengers returned and told the king. And the people went out and spoiled the tents of the Syrians. So a measure of fine flour was sold for a shekel, and 2 measures of barley for a shekel, according to the word of Yahweh. And the king appointed the Lord on whose hand he leaned to have the charge of the gate.
No, so check it out. So the gate, because look, like the brother was saying, say a big 18-wheeler full of food come up, and you the person that, like the best way I could put it is Black Friday. You the person that Walmart said about to open the doors when everybody run in. So this was kind of like how it was, right? He was in charge. The same man scoffed against Elisha. Same man, Yahweh ain't gonna do that. He was in charge to open up the gate. And I mind you, he was in the family too, so that nigga was hungry too. You got it? Because what Elisha told him, you gonna see it, yeah, it's gonna happen, but you ain't gonna get nothing.
Verse 17, and the king appointed.
Man, I remember Apostle Ramlock did a lesson, because you know we can skip over small words at times. In Isaiah 65, I believe, when it says, behold, my servant shall eat, but you gonna be hungry. What behold mean? Look, so they gonna see us eat. Yeah, look, my servants eat, but you hungry. Yeah, my servants drinking, but you thirsty. Right here, he's seeing what the man said, it came true, but he ain't eat. And it's not just that he didn't eat, the Lord killed him. That's right.
And the king appointed the Lord on whose, verse 17, 2 Kings chapter 7 and verse 17. And the king appointed the Lord on whose hand he leaned to have the charge of the gate. And the people trode upon him in the gate, and he died. As the man of God had said, who spake when the king came down to him.
Right, so just as Elisha told him it happened, let's read in the NLT, verse 17.
This is 2 Kings 7 and 17. The king appointed his officer to control the traffic at the gate.
It's the NLT.
Oh, NLT. But he was knocked down and trampled to death as the people rushed out.
As the people went get the food, he seen it, and they ran over his ass, and he died right there, man. So a lot of things we saying these people don't believe, they gonna see it, and they gonna die right there in it. You know? What the Lord got us talking about, these things won't come to pass because it's not our words. We're reading out the Bible. Let's get Jeremiah 30:7 real quick. There you go.
This is Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. And it ain't just talking about one day, as if just one day all hell go break loose time like the purge. The purge is just one day, 24 hours. No, and what proof is not just one day. Read from the top out, there's a time period.
Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Right? The time, man, it's a time period. Jacob's trouble gonna start. And like the Apostle Paul, he often say, you ain't gonna have to ask, is it Jacob's trouble? You're gonna know when it's Jacob's trouble. It's gonna be that bad, you're gonna know when it's Jacob's trouble. That's gonna be the day, look, when people start running out their houses. Not just like on a movie, you waiting for the Wi-Fi to come back home. You waiting for center, you know what this shit is? Who be turning the lights on?
Center points.
Yeah, you could be waiting on them. This time they ain't gonna show up. They ain't gonna show up because that man gonna be trying to save his family. And look, the workers, they gonna still work in the city anyway. You see, the daily workers, that's the ones who gonna suffer first. You know, but it's a time of Jacob's trouble. Once that day start, it ain't gonna end until Yahushua come back with UFOs and missiles in the air. Come on, man. The first day they crash, people run the stores, and all hell breaks loose. You like, okay, it's gonna hit all of us like that. That's it. It gotta be it. That's it. When you know I can't go home and just lay my head no more. You will know that. Come on, man. When you hear gunshots, your next door neighbors, they screaming, they fighting. The dude got some barbecue over there. Somebody, groups of people going over there to take it. We gonna know we're in that time, and it ain't gonna only get worse until Yahushua come back, which is the worst day. Now, missiles gonna hit you, man. And he might, bro, because you know Yahushua gonna be shooting fire. You too have to think about that. If the Lord hit you with fire, personally, come on. Come on, man. Hey, that's a, you gotta consider what type of, the Lord really ain't fucking with you. Come on, man. If he come and he hit you personally, like the two who pierced him, I believe he gonna hit them. He been holding the grudge for that long. He may personally, I want them to. He might tell the angels, look, nobody touch them two right now. They mine. You know they say bring them back alive? Yeah, the Lord said bring them, I want to see them alive, them two.
Say the Lord is long suffering, man. So, hey, you let your sins stack up, man, then he'll get you at the right time, man. He gonna judge you so great, man, for all the shit that you did in your past life. And even in this life. This is Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Right, so it's the time of Jacob's trouble, a time period. But the Lord, and that's the why we up here, and well, really the Lord got us doing what we're doing, but that's why it's on by the Spirit to do lessons daily. Come out here when it's cold. There's many other things we can do, but we hope that what we're doing is an accepted sacrifice, so when these things come, we can be saved, man. Right. We can be spared through them, and the last day we want to hear come up here in the Hebrew tongue. Everybody ain't gonna hear that, because some people might hear thunder, because the Lord gonna say it in the Hebrew tongue. Come up hither. Just like when something about the heavens came. Yeah, people said, man, it was thunder that was talking. It was an angel. They couldn't discern it. Only the elect go understand what he's talking about, what that was, man. He's giving it to them to come up there. You got it, bro. Oh, that was it on that list. You got it.
Yeah, I just had a piece of it. This is 2nd Ezra 16:74. Hear, O ye my beloved, said the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. So the days of trouble, what we was talking about in Jeremiah 30 and 7, Jacob's trouble, man. But it says, but I will deliver you from the same. And that's the elect. The elect are going to be delivered, like the brother said, come up hither. That's only going to be towards the elect, man. And the rest of you 2/3 niggas, y'all going to die on this side, man. That's
right.
Right.
Yep. Just like in Isaiah 26 and 2, they come my people. Come on. That's what we want to hear, man. Come on up here. You want to escape that fire. You got it, right?
And this is Second Ezra. This is Second Ezra. Second Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draws near. Draw nigh. And that's near. The same thing what we're going into. And it reads.
That's if I can't make a point. And it's specifically talking about now. Because when you go up, can you read it out when it says plagues on Egypt as before? The Lord talking about all this happening, and at the same time, the new Egypt will be getting judged. So these specific things we read going to happen right now in our time, man.
This is Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 10.
You know, when you go to the beginning of the chapter, it says he gonna no longer hold his peace. Just like when the flood came, it came a time when he cut everything off. It was too wicked. So now it's the second destruction, the second death is too much. It's too much now. He got to do the same thing he did before, cut it off. And when you jump down, what he about to read, and him cutting off wickedness in the world, it started with judgment coming on plagues coming on the new Egypt as before. Right. That's gonna happen now. And then after that, everything that's gonna take place in the world. You got it, bro.
I'm gonna read down to 12. He said, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter, and I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Okay. Spiritual, was it Revelation 11:8. Prove that American spiritual Egypt. Verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof.
And that proves it's not ancient Egypt. Because one, he said, I'm going to bring plagues on Egypt as before. What's the as before? The first Egypt. So we ain't talking about that one. Revelation 11 and 8, the great city, which is spiritually called Egypt and Sodom, or Sodom and Egypt. That's America. And then what is America? And it says, and destroy all the land thereof. People still living in Egypt. It's a tourist attraction. This place going to be destroyed. So at the same time, we say the Lord going to stop all the wickedness in the world and start off with destruction in Egypt, man, America. And then when we read on, when that starts, everything in the world will just spiral out of control.
Verse 12, Egypt shall moan, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it.
Man, come on, man. Look, hey, just like in Egypt, you got the animals dying off. Nowadays, the Lord can have the Edomites just go kill them all. Burn down factories. He ain't got to do those ancient plagues and send locusts to kill the crops. No, he having a so-called white man go out there and put chemicals on. He killing them. He's sending made up floods to drown out certain things. He euthanizing all kind of animals, burning down meat plants. So he already doing it. These things coming, and even in this, these farmers the past couple of years been complaining how it's been a lack of harvest in their at their farm, and they've been complaining about diseases, so on and so forth, man. Yep, you got it, and that's what it's about to say. You got it right.
And this is 2 Ezra chapter 15 and 13. They that till the ground shall mourn,
the farmers,
for their seed shall fail through the blasting in hell with the fearful consolation. Verse 14. Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draws nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another people, and swords in their hands.
That's when everything gonna happen, man. The Lord gonna start plaguing this place, and people gonna get tired of it, people gonna get scared, the more oppression and laws gonna come. Everybody go, it says, with swords in their hand. They ain't just talking about ancient swords. Everybody today like to brag they got a gun. Right, they gonna be using them on their own family members. Their neighbors gonna try to come in and get the food because they ran out of food. Because they need to feed their children, man. Any type of slaughter, a flamethrower, what else they got? Shit, a baseball bat, a butter knife.
Yeah, they got the switch on the guns.
Yup, the switch on the guns, what niggas like to brag about.
They got the switch on it.
You see, drones, man. All that. People gonna be using whatever they can use to survive in these times we coming in. You got it, bro.
Verse 16, 2 Ezra 15 and 16.
And what are we reading? The Bible.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bishop. That's probably the only thing I like from it right there. That's the only thing.
2 Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right. So the everyday citizen, eventually they're going to lose it. Their back going to be against the wall, they're going to have to survive. So it says it's going to be a sedition, an uproar. And when you go into that on the etymological line, it says, I'm roughly paraphrasing, but anarchy or uproars arise against the government. Because right here it also said that once these people, they lose it, the kings and princes, the power ain't going to be in the officials' hands. The lawmakers, right? The peacemakers, the police, the citizens, man. It's gonna be too much. The cops gonna run out the jails. You know, these elected officials gonna be trying to save their life, running their underground bunkers. Everybody gonna lose it, man. You see, people gonna be on vacation, not knowing where to go. You stuck in the city, you don't even know. You ain't got nobody out there. You went out because you want to get some TikTok clips. You know. Come on, man. You got it out.
Make a 2 Ezra, chapter 15 and 17.
This is 2 Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 16 in the GNT. There will be great political turmoil with one group trying to overpower another.
And that's what we're seeing. Great political turmoil. Every country trying to see who's going to be the new leader of this new world order. Who's going to be the head of AI, technology? That's what they want to see, the CBDC. Everybody going at it, right? That's why you got BRICS. They stepping away from the dollar because they said the American rule is over with going into the new world. Even Joe Biden said it. He said on the Thursday Live before we played the video. He said it himself. He said, seeing that a new world is coming, America, we got to be the leader of it. That was months ago we played that. I don't know, but that was months ago, man. So, like it says, great political turmoil. You got it, bro. America allies want to cut ties with them, want to join the enemy, Russia, BRICS, China, Iran. Yeah, we in them times. You got it, bro.
This is 2 Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 16 in the GNT. There will be great political turmoil with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government.
While ignoring the legitimate government, what's already been set in place, what's already been working, right? The deals that we had, the organizations, and you see, the ceasefire. People gonna say, nah, fuck that old way. Nah, we ain't worried about the treaties we had. Well, Putin said, we don't care about no sanctions, America. We're gonna do what we do.
Right.
We don't care about that no more. Iran, Elder Tazapah said before we started the live, you know how they killed an Iranian top general a couple years ago? And Iran said, oh, it's war now. I just spoke, you know, it's been in the news, brothers probably know, but Elder Tazapah, he said this, America just killed another one of Iran top generals. Come on, man. You know? But these things happen. People tired of that old way. They don't care about what's been established. People trying to look for, well, that's why it says, why do the heathens rage? And they imagine a vain thing. They really think they're going to be the next rulers of the world, but that's something else what's going to be going on in the last days, and we seeing it. Oh, no, you can finish it.
Verse 17, there will no longer be free access to the city.
And there will no longer be free access to the city. Why? We spoke about it earlier. It's going to be heads to boat. Military going to be there, right? You're going to have mercenaries. Really, you don't even want to go to the city. It's gonna be 15-minute cities, and everybody who able to use the resources and the so-called convenience that they're gonna have, you're gonna have to have that MOTB in you, man. No more free access. You ain't gonna better just get around. You're gonna have to have a pedestal. You're gonna have to bow down. All these things about to take place. It ain't gonna be no more free roaming like people walking up and down the street. No more of that, man. It's look, these women with their ass out, which ain't got nobody with their ass out. I'm just saying, these women, they ain't gonna be walking around so freely and proudly, man. You know? You got it, right?
Verse 18, because the struggle for power will bring destruction.
Right. The struggle for power will bring destruction. These nations gonna be beefing so hard, America gonna be doing fucked up shit to try to get a leg up. That's why they gonna go to war. That's why they gonna go to war. You got something?
Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famine and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So like going into what the brother was saying. So there's gonna be like America. They all gonna be fighting. Hey, who's gonna be the leader of this? You know? So hey, it just proves that the scriptures, it's one whole thing, man. It's not what he's saying is it's all interconnected, man. It's like a big giant puzzle, you know. He's saying in the second Ezra, the Apocrypha, this is being said in Matthew, right? No?
I may add, consider the border. How easy these different troops, these immigrants, whatever, how easy it looks for them to come over right now. There's going to be coming a time where we're not looking at them coming in. We're going to be trying to get, or y'all going to be trying to get across the border the other way. And y'all, it ain't going to be the same thing where y'all can just cross over easy. There's a hole in the fence and stuff like that. If y'all been paying attention, they got them buoys in the water with the razors. They got the, I don't know what those things are. They look like they put a table saw, the saw from a table saw on there, and threw that in the water with some buoys. They got the fences. All that stuff gonna be sealed up. It's gonna be harder for you to get across the border the other way than it is for them to get over here.
Even when you get over there, you gotta worry about the cartel.
Right.
And look, in Central and South America, remember the other times the power was just saying a lot of criminals coming. But in prisons in Central and South America, Jake think they hard because they go to jail in Harris County, shit like that. Man, go to one of them prisons. If you're on Netflix, Central and South America, please, man. Them niggas coming over here. And when you try to leave and go over there, them niggas gonna be there. Come on, man.
And if you go over there, who you know?
Right. Ain't nobody talk better people speaking English. Come on, man. You got it, man.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, and verse 18 in the GNT. Because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live.
Wherever people live. These so-called white people try to move away from niggas, but now how the Lord had it, as you was moving out and out the city, the best spots niggas moved in, now you saying that these the best spots that Jake in location-wise, now you trying to gentrify it. It ain't that you getting your spot back and putting townhouses in the best location so you can see the sky rise right in all of the convenient areas. No, the Lord having you, because remember, gentrified areas, it ain't all the way done. Because you got townhouses, big houses right on side of shotgun houses, niggas trap houses. So really the Lord having Esau build himself up right where niggas at. So they ain't gotta go way across town or in the hills like on the movie. You right there. You in third ward. You around. Like it said, how Jake will be amongst these nations. Roughly paraphrasing this to do. All hell gonna be breaking loose everywhere. Rich neighborhoods, poor neighborhoods. You got it, bro.
Speaking of this place being spiritual Egypt, this is what we're going into. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. And I would set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And they're going to take place. What we're going into, we started with Jeremiah 37, Jacob's trouble, man. In these times, man, there'll be no holds barred, man. No holds barred. Isaiah 19, verse
Old Testament and the New Testament. The
This is Second Ezra, chapter 15, and verse 19 in the GNT. Driven by famine. This is Second Ezra, chapter 15 and 17 in the GNT. There will no longer be free access to the cities because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live. Driven by famine.
Driven by. The key words, man. Total, it says total confusion wherever people live, struggle for power, destruction, and all that. And it's going to be driven by what? Driven by, because these things going to be happening because of what? Total confusion everywhere. People losing their mind because of what? Driven by what, bro?
Driven by famine and terrible suffering.
And terrible suffering. People suffering right now. As we started off with, it's clear time that the same. Why? Because it's the end of America, man. It's it. This it. It's time for a new system to be set up. And not just in America, the world needs to be restarted. And that's why the Lord got to come back. In Acts the 3rd chapter, it says that Yahushua coming back to bring a refreshing and restitution back to the earth. That's the only solution to world problems, is Yahushua coming back to his creation, man. The only solution. How you gonna get the mindset out of all these people in the world that they've been filled with? Come on, man. So Yahushua need to put it into it. But all these things gonna happen because it's gonna be driven by famine.
Driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions.
So these things, and it says driven by famine and terrible suffering. It says mercilessly plunder people's possessions. They just gonna take shit. You going in there, kicking down the door. You gonna get that? Yeah, that's what it's talking about, man. These are times we coming in. It's about to be like live movie. We gonna be in it. Well, that's Psalms 91. We gonna be in it, but the Lord gonna keep us from it. Yahushua said that. Lord, don't take them out the world because we still gotta play out our lots. But he said, but keep them from the evil. Much evil coming. Let's end it off on this 2 Ezra 13 and 21. 13 and 21 GNT. 13, 21 GNT. Going out on a good note. These things coming, but why we want to do what we do, what the Lord allowed us to do. Because a promise of escape was going to come, man. Lord willing, we'll do it. That's our hope. But yeah, 2 Ezra 13, 21, and I think 22 and 23 in the GNT. It's the mindset. Because it would seem as like, when people hear the sadness, they would say, well, you stay in America too. You here too. You in the place you talking about, missiles gonna come, famine gonna come. So it's gonna happen to everybody, but us. What the scripture gonna say? Because the one who bringing these terrible times is the one we serving. We telling you his message. That's because even when Israelites hear this truth, their mindset could be, well, what's the point of me knowing all this knowledge? What's the benefit of it? Because you're gonna get saved from everything that's coming, man. That's the benefit of knowing this, doing this work. Whoever got it, we'll hit it up on that. 2 Ezra. Before this, do somebody else have something? You got one, you can bring it out. That's what we kick over with. No.
Isaiah chapter 65, verse 13. This is what we look forward to. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Hey, so we looking to be fed as we continue to feed the flock. We looking to be, our thirst quenched, ultimately through the scriptures. But in that day, in that famine, hey, the Lord is going to provide for us, and we're going to rejoice in that day by calling upon the name, like Yahweh and Yahushua, ultimately, so we can hopefully be saved.
2 Ezra 13. This is 2 Ezra 13 and verse 21 in the GNT. It says, I will explain to you the meaning of the vision and answer the questions you have asked. Now this is Ezra and the angel having a conversation. Now this is an angel talking to Ezra. Because I mind you, at this point in time, Ezra seen what was going to happen, what we've been explaining. He seen it.
And it's specifically this right after the vision of he seen Yahweh Shai coming in 2nd Ezra 13. So he asked the angel, he said, because his thing, what the angel gonna say? The angel gonna say, because it would seem like if all these things coming, how we gonna be saved? That's the same question Ezra's had. You got it, bro.
This verse 22. It says, you have raised questions about those who will survive until the end.
Until the end, you've been asking me about those who go and do until the end. Those who go escape all this shit you just see in these dreams and visions. The angel about to give him his answer.
It says the answer is that the one who brings the dangers on those days will also protect from danger the people.
You start over and read a little slow.
It says, this is verse 22. You have asked questions about those who will survive until the end. It says the answer is that the one who brings the dangers in those days,
the one who brings the dangers in those days is the answer. Who is that? The Most High Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Right. This how those who you seen are wondered about who is going to be saved. This how they going to be saved. The Most High Yahweh Yahweh Shai, the ones who bring the destruction in those days.
It says, will also protect from danger the people who have stored up good works in faithfulness with the Most High, the Almighty One.
That's how they go. That's when people, if they got the question, well, you in America, ain't you gonna be when the famine come? Right. But the Lord said, I'm gonna save those from the dangers I'm bringing. I'm gonna save those who stored up good works and who have faith in me, man. I'm gonna spare y'all through all that. That's our hope. Right. When everything we talking about happening, although we gonna be here, this is one precept. The Lord said, I got y'all through all that I'm about to do. Come on, man. That ain't nothing to doubt. He can do whatever he wants. Just like Yahweh Shai wasn't tripping when Pilate said, don't you know I got the power to crucify you or let you go? Ultimately, Yahweh Shai was confident standing. He said you ain't had no power at all, except it was given from above. Except my Father allowed. The same thing we gonna understand. Whatever gonna happen this time, the Most High is allowing, man. What you about to say, bro?
I'm asking so Ezekiel 9 and 4. That goes along with that right there also.
Boom. Right. That's it. That's perfect, really.
Right.
That's perfect, really. Ezekiel 9 and 4. It says that, let's just get it because the brother bring it out. That's exactly what that is, right?
This is Ezekiel 9 and verse 4. And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai said unto me, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
The one who was doing the works and who had faith. Right. The one who was complaining about the society, exposing the wickedness that's going on here. Those men, because it was given to the angel to go out and slaughter anything you see moving. Right. When you read it in the NLT, the Lord said, he said, look, start at the temple, go defile the temple with dead bodies, kill all of them. So a hit was sent out by the Lord. But he said, but the ones I put this mark on, which is in the physical mark, is spiritual, which is tawah in the Hebrew, which is exemption from judgment. Right. When judgment comes, you good. You good. That's why it's important what we do, because when that judgment comes, we want to be good. 1 Corinthians 11:31 says that when the Lord, if we judge ourselves, we should not be judged. So we don't have to be condemned with the world. We do, Lord willing, we do what we got to do now, so we don't have to be condemned with the world. You got to do it. Oh, you want to go back to boy, that's complicated right there. Because after he said set a mark on them, everybody else killed him. Good?
I'm just saying that time that you wrong back to Jeremiah 37. We went into the destruction. What's going to take place in Jacob in trouble. And then the son shall be saved. I'll be looking at the same one.
Hey, at the end of that, it said, when Jacob shall be saved. That's talking about that elect. Hey, because in that Ezekiel 9 and 4, it says, set a mark in Jerusalem. That also cuts that, hey, can no other nation be saved? Right. Without why, that exemption is only for Israel, man. Hey, only for Israel. But yeah, hey, it all goes back to the same thing. Hey, it all goes back to the same thing. Only the elect. Only the elect is going to get it. Only the elect is going to be exempt. And that's only for Israel, man.
We gotta get a dash. That's right. Hey, but with that, Lord willing, this street teaching was edifying and also comforting. Because we definitely in those times that the Bible spoke about that at the end of the war, what was going to be taking place. But with that, once again, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Chakadash.
double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity. And as well as all you believers out there who believe it on the gospel. Keep fighting, keep pushing. We're almost out of here. Shalom.
Shalom.
Warm yourself.